Hey Bluegrass pickers, Ron Hibdon here, good to be back. Today I'm going to show you how to play the song Georgie, finger picking style. I'll be using finger picks. The song Georgie is done by Doc Watson and a few others. I think Tony Rice actually did the song too. The song has 8 verses in it, and what I'm going to do is do the first 2 verses and then show you the finger picking lead, and I'll show you how to end the song after the very last verse. In the song, it does the first 2 verses, does the finger picking lead, then it'll do 3 more verses, finger picking lead, and then 3 more verses, and then it ends. But I'm just going to show you the first 2 and the picking lead, because the rest of the verses, the finger picking style is the same for all the verses. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. As I walked down to London Bridge one misty morning early, I heard some fair young maiden say, "Lord, spare me the life of Georgie. Saddle me up my milk-white steed, bridle him so gaily, then ride off to the old King Court, beg for the life of Georgie." Okay, the song starts out like this. Okay, so what I do is I start with my pinky finger on the 5th fret, and what that is, that's the bass string and the 2nd string. So then the E pattern. So it's okay. Then it goes into the picking pattern. Now this is very important. This is where you sing the verses using that pattern. So I'm going to get a close-up of my right hand and show you exactly what I'm doing. Okay, here's a, hopefully this will be close enough where you can see the picking pattern. So to go over it slowly again. Oops. Okay, so do it quicker. Just keep playing with that if you're a beginning finger picker until you learn how to do it fairly smoothly and about that speed. When I went down to London Bridge one misty morning early, I heard some fair young maiden say, "Lord, spare me the life of Georgie." Okay, I've showed you the close-up of my right hand and the picking progression. That's the progression you'll use through all the verses. I went down to London Bridge one misty morning early. I heard some fair young maiden say, "Life be the life of Georgie." Okay, so now when we go through the first verse, remember there's 8 verses. I'm going to do the first 2, and then it goes to the picking lead. And then it goes 3 verses, then the picking lead, and then 3 verses again, and then the song ends. I'm only going to do the first 2 verses because you do the same picking progression on all the other verses, and the lead picking is the same. So I'm going to do the first 2 verses. When I went down to London town. Right there I'm going to a D chord, actually it's E, but the D chord pattern. So, when I went down to London Bridge one misty morning early. So it's in the E minor pattern, then it goes to the D pattern, then to the E minor pattern, or A minor, I'm sorry, and then goes to the E. So, when I walked down to London Bridge one misty morning early, I heard a fair young G maiden say, E, Lord spare me the life of Georgie, A minor pattern. So, I went down to London Bridge one misty morning early. I heard some fair young maiden say, Lord spare me the life of Georgie. Okay. Then on the second verse, same exact thing. Well, saddle me up my milk-white steed and bridle him so gaily. Then ride off to the old king court and beg for the life of. Now, instead of going back to the A minor Georgie, instead of going back there, we go up to this A minor Georgie. Now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7th fret, 1, 4th string, 7th fret. And 3rd string, 5th fret. So that second verse. Well, saddle me up my milk-white steed and bridle him so gaily. Then run off to the old king court and beg for the life of Georgie. Because that's where you're going to do the picking lead. So, run off to the old king court and beg for the life of Georgie. Whoops, let's try that again. Now this might be a little tricky for some because you really got to stretch your finger on this. Okay, and what I'm doing there is I'm hitting that 2nd string with my thumb and the 2nd string down here next to the E, like that. So it goes from there to so. So that's Okay, that may be a little hard. You got to play with that. Then comes down here. Then back to that picking pattern. So let's do that again. Okay, so after that second verse again. Saddle me up my milk-white steed and bridle him so gaily. Then run on to the old king's court and beg for the life of Georgie. Okay, so just kind of go over that one more time. Like I said, after the second verse, instead of going to the A minor chord, you go up to the A minor up here. So, okay, so we come up here, and again, it's the second string and these two strings here. You got to really stretch that little finger down. Again. Okay, so now you do the next three verses and then go back up to that lead again and do that. Then after that you do three more verses and then the song ends. Now when the song ends, there's a little thing that I do. Some people will end the song like, here's the last verse to the song. Well, they buried him with a golden cord, like you never seen many, for he was a member of the royal court and loved by a virtuous lady. Some people will end it just like that. But I think it'd be a little nicer to end it with something like this. Well, they hung him with a golden cord, just like you never seen many, for he was a member of the royal court, loved by a virtuous lady. Okay, so what I'm doing there is just, I'm in that A minor chord pattern there, sliding it up. Then taking these two fingers right here and sliding them up, just hitting those strings, nothing up here, just those strings right there. So it's, of course, this finger here is on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, so. Now, another thing you can do is, another ending you might possibly do is, and that's just my first finger over 1, 2, 3, 4 strings, and then the little finger on the 7th fret, last string. So. So you got both ways to end the song. Well, they hung him with a golden cord, just like you never seen many. For he was a member of the royal court and loved by a virtuous lady. Okay, and that's pretty much the song. Now remember, it's 2 verses, the lead picking, 3 verses, the lead picking, then 3 verses more, and you do the ending. Okay, now I'll have a sheet, or I'll have at the end of this instructional video all the verses and the lyrics, and I'll show where the lead break is, and so you don't have to go looking it up on the internet, or you can look it up on the internet. Anyway, that's it. That's how I play Georgie. Well, I hope you enjoyed this instructional video on how to play Georgie. So until next time, or until the next instructional video, get your guitar out and keep a picking.